Welcome to Big Medi, to our greatest viewers, our beloved viewers. Today we're on the edition of Mental Health. I'm here with a gentleman from, he's a lawyer in making. He's a gentleman from IU, International University of East Africa. IUNOB of me? International University of East Africa? No, that's International University. Islamic
University in Uganda.
He has corrected himself. I think you can introduce.
Yes. Thank you so much, Big Medi Media. My name is Chirege Abisharom Gideon. A counsel in making, a learning friend at Islamic University in Uganda, Kampala campus. I'm glad to be on this platform today. Thank you so much, Mr. Gideon. Thank you.
I'm glad meeting you again. Gideon is, by the way, to the viewers, Gideon is, he's not my OB. I shouldn't say my OB. But I've shared, what did we share? Leadership structures, studying the leadership Kavuyo. Yeah. He was my opponent in making, and I beat him roughly off.
Yeah, that was struggle of ginger, actually.
Yeah, that's the struggle of ginger.
Yes.
Yeah, but right now he's a good friend of mine, and we shall be with him ever and ever about mental health and different topics. You're most welcome to Big Medi Media.
Thank you so much. In politics, they say there is no good friend or a good enemy.
But by the way,
so we just keep the circle continuing.
Sure, and this proves, but we have never been good on the same line with Abi Shalom. I speak this on reality to the viewers. I'm sorry to say that tonight. He really hated me at high school. You did.
Yeah, that was necessary. I was hungry for power at that time.
You were.
Yeah.
You were.
Thank you so much.
But I was your leader.
You were my leader.
By force.
Yeah. I had nothing to do at that time, actually, because that's what God had made.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I thank people of Ginger. You welcomed me. You gave me a platform. Oh my God. I've never seen people like Ginger people. You are at heart. Thank you very much. I hope you be viewing our things.
Because actually, Ginger has made some most. We should not deviate to that topic of politics. Yeah.
Anyway, today we're talking about mental health, and I want us to, last time we were here and we discussed more issues, but it has been increasing. If you are to see the, how do you call that, the paragraph,
the trending clip of Next Media.
Yeah, the trending clip of Next Media. It's talking about how let me read it in Uganda. Abasawo mu ddwaliro ekkulu e Mulago balaze okutya olw'abasawo bannaabwe abatawanyizibwa obulwadde bw'obwongo. Like,
what you should first know is, in Uganda, the percentages are 24.2 of the adults are suffering with mental health. So what makes these medical workers exception from being victims of that?
And they're adults too.
And they're adults. And then showing the prevalence, so the point at which the seriousness of the disease, they tell us that 22.4 of the young people are suffering with mental health. So it should not be alarming at that time that these medical workers are suffering with mental health, because one, they're in that circumstance that draws them to suffer with such a victim.
Yeah.
Because let me give an example. Because there are very many issues that cause mental health.
For starters, what is mental health? Like, how do you define it?
Defining mental health, at times, we as Ugandans, we take mental health waiting for people who are running, who are insane. But actually,
I know.
As Ugandans, that's what we believe. But mental health basically deals with the point when you're having a mental disorder. A mental disorder can be in different challenges. Some people, especially the youths right now,
they're weak.
The youths.
Each time you are calling me at 1 or at 2.
Yeah. You're not sleeping, you're not giving the mind enough sleep, rest. So that means you're having an issue. Youths now, we are addicted to the phones.
Each time we are scrolling.
So that's a mental disorder.
But that shouldn't be like, let me speak of the millennials. I guess, because most of them, they didn't have many gadgets as we.
Yeah.
Didn't they have also mental health issues?
And then right now, if you look at the graphs, if you look at the percentage then and right now, if you look right now, let's look around Kampala. If you happen to ask your granny, how many mad people were in the street?
Before there were many. Today I see less.
Sure.
Maybe in my area, I don't know, but today I see less.
But
Sincere,
me, I see many.
right now.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I think I grew up in the time of where our generation was just starting, I guess.
Maybe you were a PK where you would move in vehicles, but people who were hustling, they would see those guys around because everywhere around they would see mad people. But right now, because the government has put in some endeavors, and it is actually a problem that needs attention. You see, if it has gone to the medical workers themselves, then let's expect people in Utabic also to.
I know. That's the alarming part. Like now it gets the medical workers, how they are suffering with mental health. How about me, the funny, like,
And then even the craziest part, what causes basically this? You see these medical workers, you'll find a medical worker he has a family.
yeah.
That medical worker is at school pursuing, people want promotions, and promotions needs papers.
He's doing masters, he's doing this.
That person has a
He has to go back at work.
he wants to take care of the family, the money, the
Side
studies, the side chicks, as you've said also. Then also, if you look at the social life, and then
Yeah.
these people, they
That's
are like,
another pressure.
because in Uganda we have a low percentage of people working. You find someone working for so long, so somebody does not find time for rest. For us, when we've been growing up, they tell us that you're supposed to rest for 8 hours. But look at the jam in Uganda right now.
But I think also the circumstances can't let us rest for 8 hours. One, we want money. We're in a generation where we want money.
Actually, it's one thing that is pointed out.
We want money and we want to prove people that we have it.
And
That's
now,
another factor.
that's why if poverty is one thing that has caused mental health.
It's true. That's another.
Because you're hustling every now and then to find how can I get the money,
How can the the ends meet?
and the competitive nature that is around us.
We are very competitive.
Then also, mental health also can come from, you can look at sometimes the family background.
Sure.
Family
How can that
background.
be a factor?
family
How can
background, for example. Yeah, there are people who may be having that gene. I will not speak from the medical perspective, but then you'll find somebody that is having, especially family background from domestic violence.
Domestic
In that
violence.
perspective.
Growing up seeing parents fighting.
Yeah,
And they are.
and then you
they are
find someone,
pressure.
actually, there are people who are radical in nature. Because this person has grown up seeing their parents fighting. Then this person thinks there are no other options of handling issues apart from fighting.
I've watched a video. This is Tevola. I don't know. It's very. It was attacking. It was from a famous journalist who was working at NBS by then. He's called Jake Azola. He was narrating of. He was dissing, by the way. Let me make it clear. He was dissing a fellow journalist in making that is Fakantambi. Telling him olabika wakulira ku mizigo, olaba tata wo, akuba mama wo. That's why you're attacking. He was using that in defense of what they were doing to him.
Yeah, actually, that is normal. Because they say charity begins at home. And when charity begins at home, that means whatever I've grown up with, that's what I'll do. So, the fighting that we are seeing, the mental issues that are rising, and actually drugs.
Drugs. Think about drugs. Let's get to now to we at school. Let's leave now the adults. Now there is actually with the time I was studying, that's high school, leave the campus time. We used to, I don't know if these guys have witnessed this, but Mr. Abishalom, do you know we used to sniff balloons? Do you know it's a drug? Bro, but the time I was at I've moved in many international schools. I was there and here. So the time I was at HISO, that's the reason. Me and my gang, my group gangs, and when the big boys around at school.
Yeah.
So this girl, there was a girl who was a superstar. She was called, I shouldn't say her name. She used to bring us balloons, and by the time you sniff a balloon, bro.
Now, actually, for you may be speaking about that and it looks it to be weird. But you know that just taking caffeine, not to sleep, to read books, is a drug. And you're intoxicating yourself.
What about taking these painkillers?
That's a drug. You're misusing it. What? Because let's look at drug abuse. It's one of the causes. Drug abuse, this is where you use the drugs in not their proper way. They prescribe you to take 2 tabs of Panadol because you're taking open class, you're taking a lot, you're feeling a lot of pain, you take 4.
It happens.
Then you're taking that. Now you find in our generation, people don't want to sleep. People are taking these caffeine products a lot.
No, actually, no, I feel we are forced not to sleep.
Because of a lot at school, for example. Now I remember in senior 4, we had a
You
teacher.
didn't even sleep in senior 4.
Actually, I used not to
Yes.
big up to that teacher that you used to call it temporal. Temporal every now and then. He comes at around 3 a.m. But remember, you've slept at 6, at 12. But then he wants you to wake up at
6,
3.
At 3.
At 3
To go for morning prep.
to go for morning preps. That's the senior 4. That's the pressure. And this is one thing that
That means it starts from where from our childhood, how this thing.
yeah, P7, I can't speak about that. They are demanding results from you. They think like you dying in class is what would hope.
Yet you are torturing the mind.
Yeah. And then as you grow up, that's where you find yourself that the mind can no longer hold it and you have mental health issues.
Surely, we need to be guided by the way the viewers and the parents. This thing starts from home, I agree.
Yeah.
From home, now it gets to school. By the way, there is a lot of pressure at school. It can lead even to, I've seen many aspects of guys killing themselves, guys taking poison, drugging themselves so that they can rest their mind. But then in a regard, that's mental health, I feel. So there's the way schools they have the mentality of, by the high schools, the local schools, the traditional schools that we use as Ghanaian curriculum. That aspect of, that's what's boy. Simanyi sawa satu muri mu prep muva sawa 5 mugende mwebake va mu domu. You may find a kid in a tayoza. Does not shower.
I have an interesting story about that. The reason why I didn't go for sciences because I would see those guys disorganized.
They were very disorganized. Talk about it.
And then sciences were like, sciences are dirty.
They even claim it. Not at my school where I went, they were good people. I recall you guys were very smart.
But you know that you are my OB, sciences you are Idiso.
Oh, Bambi. Shout out sciences, please. Give it up. Like, let that end by now. Man, they even used to claim it. I know. I've seen that. I was at Shinawa High School. Shinawa High School, Kawempe. Thank you very much. I shouldn't mention your name, but you know yourself. Walito Naba.
Yeah, those guys. But then this is mental health. You know, when I was growing up, they used to tell us a story: a healthy mind in a healthy body. But you're not bathing, you're not washing, you're not ironing, but you're claiming to be having books.
Sometimes I don't blame them. It's because of the school system. It has made them to overread, get books. It has made them learn that it's only books that shall help them. Be in class.
Actually,
they don't go for sports. They don't go for anything. We used to have sports activities. We go for morning jogging. No science I could go. They could. You're wasting time. But again, I'm finding you here where we actually you guys are suffering.
That's the crazy part. Yeah,
they're not doing well in society.
And you know, I was reading a certain meme, and then someone saying that the bestest GPA that you have is the social capital.
Sure.
Not the books. You may have the 4.5, the 4.8, but what's your social capital? Social capital is social worth. Yeah.
Now, getting that, there is an aspect that happens still in the youth. We happen, let's say at KIU, Kampala International University, Kansanga campus. It usually happened during the time of exams. They lost a student. Strangled himself. Like,
actually,
it's not something that I believe it can happen, but we saw it happening.
Actually, there may be very many things that might have caused this.
But it happened during the exam time. Actually, that was the second aspect to happen by the students telling me.
Yes.
During the exam time.
Yes.
They have a system during exam time. KIU, by the way, you should revise it. During exam time, they put if you have not overpaid tuition full amount.
That's actually the
now there is this student who has paid 70%. They're not doing well off at home. They're not doing well off at maybe even in himself is not well off.
Yeah.
Sometimes the students are paying themselves tuition. At home they have neglected them. So he has paid 70%. He has failed to do the exams. He's going to do retake. He doesn't have the money for retake. It gets too rough for him to.
Yeah, because right now I think the government should intervene. You know,
it should.
It should, because now a person like that, then students hanging themselves, it has a lot of factors: expectations, money issues. Then also, if you look at the aspect, some heartbreaks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Totandika, Abishalom.
Where
Totandika.
I can tell you heartbreaks. You know, someone can feel like I have a retake, and then where maybe he's redoing that particular paper, then the boy breaks the heart.
Of a certain girl.
Yeah. Then he thinks like, why should I go and get another retake?
To the queens out there, Temple love so serious until you're in marriage.
But then do they listen?
The thing that we are doing at school is not. And by the way, let's talk about that school shit. There's nothing fun like school love.
It's not a journey as well.
It's funny.
Just we don't have a straight road to it. Everybody has a fallacy about it actually.
Oluzungu lwalotandisa ovaawo bagala kumbuza. They want to take me off bus kwendi.
No, okay. But people have a belief that that's the direction. Even they will
date around that school and what.
They will ask.
I've dated in that which school was this? Might not even still Kawempe. We dated so serious, and this girl, even we named it Bad Segu. She's called we named it Bad Segu. We named her Bad Segu. But whereby you are in too much love, and this girl, you at the end you don't even do anything serious. You just want to see her. You know, they say, yeah, she's this girl. Then she comes into class, you bring her stuff. She gets out, you know, you fall sick. Nothing happens. I don't know.
That bossing around, actually.
It should be bossing around, not
bossing
love.
Around. It should not be love because
high school lovers stay love.
But is it really necessary?
To do what? To
be loving at high school.
They share what the heart wants. By the way, it's not bossing what the heart wants. But the real that's not. But by the way, things used to happen. I shouldn't say things never happen. Things used to happen.
Yeah, that's why even in Uganda we have a pregnancy. So
yeah, we cannot things happen.
We have a pregnancy. So.
But one, it's bossing around. You want to prove that you know I have a girl. And then the girl wants to prove I have a guy.
And then I remember one time in my lecture, a lecturer asked one of the students like, "Have you ever been proposed to?"
Yeah, I know.
And then after the lecture, I was like, if you've never, honestly, you should go and check yourself. And then I'm thinking about this particular girl who was told such, because this girl
and there are many.
And then we feel like if we would reach a certain extent and we tell the young one that they are not joining campus without being dated. If you're there, then you'll become a laughing matter. It's also
a cultural belief in your society.
My society, yeah.
Yes.
That what?
By the time you finish campus, you should return home with a man.
That should be the second degree.
In the society where
in the community, not even only in my society, but in the community.
It's also another pressure, I guess.
And girls are messing up.
False.
And girls are messing up. So parents should stop. Girls are messing up about that. Because they are forcing girls, they go with wrong men, and then they feel like I should go in for marriage.
Yes, talking about that, actually, I have my host. She's called Malaika. What advice do you tell her? Because she's also under the pressure of getting a man.
Actually, getting a man, you should have what you should look upon.
I hope you think that. I hope, Malaika, you're viewing.
I remember as a man, and a good man should have the 5 P's.
What are the 5 P's?
First, me being a believer as well, a good man should be a priest.
A priest?
A priest.
A priest.
A priest.
She touches us.
Now, being a priest.
Malaika, not talking
actually, a priest should be a figure in someone who is leading, who has that God fearing.
I can like God
in Uganda, a priest bamuita kabona.
But I can't be a kabona.
A kabona does not mean that you should be in church.
Even I can't be an example of a kabona. Can make a ticket.
Okay. Okay. To you, but then to me, I would say the man should have the 5 P's. To the ladies searching out there, 1 should be a priest, should be a promoter. A man,
promoter,
not being like these balams, no. No, a promoter being able to, if that man can, if you have something, can that man add on to you? You know, these promoters add.
Yeah.
So this man should be able to add on to you. Then should be able to produce. It should be able to produce.
I like that one.
But
there are men who don't produce.
Producing for you, you may take it in your way. But then, okay, co-creating, that could be a factor to some, but then producing able to have something and put it into a valuable aspect. That could be one kind a man should be. Then, a man should be a provider.
I might be that one. I do
that
provide.
A man should be a provider. Once you can't provide, you're not a man. You can't.
Okay.
Then a man should protect.
Protect what?
Whatever.
Protecting you.
No. You should protect
the gains. She says the gains. Yeah. So as we're concluding, Mr. Abdishalom.
Yes.
How should we handle mental health in our universities, basically universities?
Wow. It is now it's good that universities have come up with mental health clubs, but then they have not reached out to the last.
I don't think they have been impactful. We even used to have them in high school.
But then the first thing, there should be sensitization about mental health.
The bad thing in Uganda, basically where Ugandans, once we see anything funny onto our friend, first thing is criticize, laugh, and drop. Don't give, or chitako, we say like this, then we don't mind.
Actually, I urge out to everyone, once you find some, especially people who are loners, I call them people with mental health issues.
I guess I'm not part because I'm not even alone.
if you're alone and you feel like actually being a student leader at my campus in my course, once I identify somebody that she's always alone, who is always alone, that's the person I want to bring close.
I should be proud of you, sir.
Yeah.
It is, eh?
Yeah. I believe actually to the all year one law students.
We made them subscribe to our channel because we are here teaching them.
Friends, all the lawyers in making at Islamic University, Uganda, Lila, Mbale, we should join the big media because this is where our conversation shall be continuing about mental health. Actually, we shall be speaking about different things.
It's a broad thing, not only mental health, but because on mental health, because the reason why we're on mental health is because we see you. Tubalaba. You're lacking food. Then you end up.
Actually, lawyers are victims. Lawyers and medical students are victims of mental health.
Wow. Nathan Itogweddalu Muganda. Nathan Wambi. Because doing law in Yumbale.
Yeah, because he's specializing. It's too demanding. Some people out of competition, as we've said.
It's also competitive, eh? I'm doing software engineering, but I feel it's also demanding.
But now for you, it's demanding to maybe what? But then it's demanding from the dressing.
Yeah, starting from the dress code.
Just imagine a lecturer comes in and says, lifts you up. We have those lecturers, I'll mention their names, and then picks you up and say, you've not dressed well.
That's not a good thing. I saw you doing some certain program before the return of the students.
Yeah.
That they should have this.
And then look at the peasant people.
A
suit is at 350. Okay.
But I shouldn't find a peasant doing, Babireke.
No.
At this rate.
Actually.
Yeah,
but then there are people with dreams. Someone could have
dreams that you cannot afford.
No. No.
Actually, to me, a dream is something that you can work for and get. That dream that you cannot afford is not a dream. It's a movie.
And then I think a dream is, in my perspective, that a dream.
China, Uganda.
Not that. A dream is something that your parents cannot help you get. But once
you can get it.
Yes, once you involve yourself in it.
Now, that peasant cannot even help himself. That's why we're talking about we need helpers to fight this mental health. For the peasant, by the way, to be realistic, live law. There should be no law. You also know how expensive law is. also medical students. If you cannot afford those things that you do, simanyi bichi mobileke.
Actually, medicine.
Go to teaching.
So I reserve my comment about that for teaching, but
no attack.
This
the reality.
No, these courses
do business management. Mukolere public administration for to be called accounting. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. Do HR, human resource.
Actually, they want to boost. Like law right now, it's not all about getting jobs. It's all about boosting. Boasting around. I'm a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. Why do I found so many broke lawyers? No, on the record, we have a lawyer. By the have gotten a chance. We have a lawyer. He supports our business. This lawyer has a tendency when he comes today to support our business, he won't leave. He will leave money. The next 3 days he won't leave money. Now for good some week. Now come out. He makes you forget the other first week payments. Now he wants to get onto this one. They are fighting to maintain
the standards. Yeah.
Tebaina motoka they are on using Uber. Third thing, they want to impress us. You hire these suits. There's my friend, he's called Nasa Hatunda suits. They hire these suits. I deserve a lawyer.
But we should, as to my fellow learning friends, we should stop. Actually, let's fit in with our standard. By that, there are some colors that are nice. Just get 4 colors. 4 suits. Nobody will know. Keep on changing the shirts.
And tell them the reality.
No, I can't tell Abanaku Babireke because.
But now to more software engineering, to more HR, we also would want to be lawyers, good lawyers. But they're talking about that there is LDC, LDC because you pay money how many millions?
It's around right now 3 million, and you finish that course of 9 months at 6 million. But
6 million
demanding.
My friend was telling me 35 millions. That like all of it, you don't be 35 millions. I'm like teaching.
We start only for 9 months.
Hey, all this is for 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. That's why we make it to 5 years. But then people who fail, they tell people low it for 6 years.
Kuba good day. But another reminder, to, like the sense of living. There's that pressure, that inner pressure that you get. You want to afford something because your friends are. You don't know why we don't know what they are doing.
Somebody told me one day that the people you admire, at times their parents are still taking care of them. No, Gashumba told us if a man at 25 and you're still home.
Or in each term.
But
I'm not yet 25.
But the clock is counting.
8 years, I have no problem for the clock.
So once the clock is counting, then
the reason why I'm still fixed into my parents' things, I don't want pressure, I don't want to die.
And now just imagine a peasant looking at Medi. He finds you always working and thinks, I think when I try what Medi is doing, I'll get money. But then not knowing that for you you're still under the custody of your parents.
Yeah.
And then someone is pressurized. That's causing mental health.
Igumba, don't be pressurized.
So, big up to Igumba.
Igumba, oh, my brother. I hope the elections do you well. He's an aspirant in Atayu, right?
Yeah. Hey,
are you students? Give Igumba Joel a vote.
Yeah.
He's on the Basoga post.
Yeah. Abasoga said,
oh, them we know Soga.
Abasoga mwena. Kindly, Mulonde Igumba Joel.
1 heart.
With 1 heart. Kuwa Mudadu.
Oh, what is Mudadu for starters?
Mudadu basically is a title given to the leader or the president of the Abasoga State Association in the different institutions of Ireland.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Mudadu Igumba Joel, I call upon. Oh, actually, when you finish there, come for Jan Chusa.
Yeah. The good thing you're there. So, but all in all, as you're looking for, don't be a victim of mental health.
Okay. Conclusively, I want to thank Mr. Abshalom. Today, I hope they pick a leaf. You can emulate something about it, and we're here to help you. To anyone who is having, who is going through a lot of things, come to Big Medi. We are going to help you out. Trust me. You know, Mgagani Nava Gaga Abshalom here. Then for our big sponsors, T9 restaurant as usual. Thank you very much. Hope you saw the person who brought it. They did. Hey, miracle. Producer, what's up? But then people, it's T9 restaurant. It's 24/7 working. Located in Ntinda, they do local food, fast food, outside catering for delicious. So called in there.
No wonder why you have that size.
And then nze okulya ndya, by the way, wakuba tuli mu Ramadan, but I do eat. Mwena bensomye nabo mwanda badda. Katulabe nga tugenda. This is T9 restaurant. These are salads. Yummy. What could be this? I'm fasting. But this is sauce, I guess. They serve a yellow as well. Wow. To the fasting people, don't leave out T9 restaurant. Today they gave me, whoa, I love drumsticks. Oh, yeah.
But you're fasting.
Mr. Miracle Chikomewano, thank you very much. You can say bye as I go.
Yeah, thank you so much, Big Made Media. I beg all people to subscribe. Have a blessed day and a nice moment. We catch up later.